What is a common skill you just can't seem to master? Being able to fall asleep during the day for a power nap. I just can't. My brain won't settle down. If I'm going to nap, it's a 3-hour process for me. My wife can power nap in 15 minutes, but it takes me that long just to go to sleep. My advice is someone who thought her nap was a 3-hour process: go to bed, lower the blinds and just lay there. Put an alarm for 22 minutes first few days, then for an hour. I used to think that naps had to feel like sleeping at night, but is not. I'm fully aware of what's going on around me, or at least that's what I think, because as soon as the alarm goes off I can't remember what I was thinking while I was not sleeping. This is so true. So many people think you have to be fully asleep for power napping, but you don't. Just lay down, set an alarm and close your eyes. In like 95% cases you don't really fall asleep, at least for me, but you kind of doze off, and it's insane how energized you can feel after like 15 minutes of not actually sleeping. Exactly. And if you nap more than an hour you'll feel like crap. But if do a 20-minute or an hour nap you'll wake up refreshed. So wait. You're not really supposed to sleep during power naps? You do fall asleep, but you usually only hit the first level of sleep. For me, this is the part of sleep where I feel like my brain is being emptied. I'm not dreaming, but my thoughts are just going in super random directions. Most of the time, I don't think I'm asleep, but then when my alarm goes off, I'm like, oh crap. And then yeah, I feel very refreshed. Effing cartwheels. How did every girl at school know how to do them? I was like, hell no. I'm going to break my neck. That was when I was like 7. Now I am 30. Same stance. I want to do a cartwheel. But real casual like. Not make a big deal about it. But I know everybody saw it. Just one stunning, gorgeous cartwheel. I'm 28 and trying to learn. I always end up doing a crouched hop with my hands on the ground. My brain gets that it's a pretty simple and safe move and my body refuses. I was a gymnast as a teen. Working on your leg flexibility really helps. If you try doing box splits, sideways splits, for like 10 minutes a day while watching TV or something, eventually you'll get lower and lower. Try and keep your knees facing up towards the ceiling instead of inwards. This will help your cartwheel go from crouched to straighten up, and your legs will naturally go into that box splits position as you're doing it. Practicing handstands, even against the wall, helps too, so you get used to being upside down. And of course, just keep trying those cartwheels. And of course, what a previous poster said about really kicking with your leg to propel you off the ground. It takes confidence to do that, but you can work up to it with little kicks and kick a little more each time. A mistake I see a lot of people make is as they go down with both hands. You want to go down with one hand, then put your other hand down soon after, when your body is upside down, to steady yourself. Soon you can move on to one-handed cartwheels or cartwheels to round off. Tying a balloon. I just can't, and I have no explanation why. Me either. How are you meant to pull the end around your fingers and tuck the end bit underneath so it ties off? It's so tight it cuts the blood flow off, lol. So I don't have a balloon handy, so I'll show you with floss. Wrap the end of the balloon around 2 of your fingers so it's about like this. Then push the end of the balloon between your fingers under the knot like this. Spread your fingers if you're having trouble getting it under. Obviously it's easier with bigger balloons to get the hang of it. Web link. Why did I read all of that and looked at the pictures, brain? We know how to tie balloons already. Remembering someone's goddamn name right after they introduce themselves. I just straight out tell them, hey, I'm name blind and face blind, so I'm probably going to forget your name repeatedly and not recognize you right off the bat. So if I see you and don't say or do anything, don't take it as I don't want to know you. Most people are cool with it. I had a boss like this, and this was her response every time she met someone new. As we're walking up to people we know at work, I would quietly remind her of their name and how we know them. Some devils wear Prada crap. She once called my friend Anna Terry for a good 6 months every time she saw her, worked in the same building. After the 3rd, 4th time we all just stopped correcting her. She's still my favorite boss. I can't smile for the camera. I feel that, I'm all happy until someone tries to aim a camera at me. Same. Even trying to take selfies. I realize that I have no idea how to create a natural-looking smile on command. Yes. It's terrible. There's not a single photo where I don't look like I'm suffering or something. Thankfully, now with masks the problem is solved. Getting all the components of a meal ready at the same time. Same. I recommend using the keep warm setting on your oven and or slow cooker if you don't have a warming drawer on your oven. You can't fool us, we all know that's just the cookie sheet drawer. That's supposed to be for temporary food storage? Edit, I get it guys, I don't need another comment saying the same thing as the previous 30. Got to make sure you do all of the prep and measuring things out before starting to cook. Nothing like having to run into the pantry 10 minutes in to get something and throwing you off. How to socialize in groups of new people. I'm okay with socializing, just not in a setting where I don't know anyone. For me it's any group. Me and my friend, I'll talk all day, add one person to it and I'm quiet as F. Same here. I'm usually observing what's going on and I usually won't say anything until I'm directly addressed. But then they say that you're so quiet, are you bored? Or worse, who are you again? Estimating distances. Was that 50 meters? 100 meters? 500? Hell if I know. Oh, I have this too. Also, when something says this room is about 8 square meters and I can for the life of me not grasp how big that would be. It's handy to use imaginary objects to visualize things approximately. For example, a tall person is about 2 meters, a bus is about 15 meters, a rugby pitch is 100 meters, etc. I did competitive swimming in high school, so I remember the length of a 50 meters pool. I always measure distance in my mind like, okay, I've got to turn after 3 pools or 3/4 of a pool. Not sure I trust myself to be accurate on that given how much the length of the pool feels like it varies depending on if I'm at the start or the end of a practice session. Swimming. Same. I'm a marathon runner and can bike for days. Would love to do an Ironman, but I swim like a bag full of kittens. Interesting comparison. Ironman is intense, but the swim is by far the shortest event. Take the 70.3 race. You will swim for 35 to 45 minutes, like 3 to 3 hours 30 minutes. Run 2 hours 30 minutes. It looks like a mountain. But a swimming coach can get you into a good mode within 2 months. Don't give up on that dream, man. You'd be surprised how hard even 10 minutes of swimming can be for some people. I'm athletic in almost every other way, but for some reason I just sink. I even got lifeguard certified but barely survived most of the training. Similar for me, I can't tread water or swim above water. I can submerge and swim around underwater, but I can't keep myself afloat unless I roll my body into a ball and float to the surface that way. And then the best I can do to keep from drowning is panic doggy paddling. My college roommate tried to teach me the front stroke once, but I just kept sinking at a 45-degree angle. I've given up on pools unless there are lifesavers or pool noodles nearby. Dancing. My body just can't coordinate with my scumbag brain to be able to dance. Same. It's awful. Sometimes when I'm alone I'll try to dance and just feel the music. It feels awkward and awful. I can't even imagine how it looks. I don't remember writing that comment. It's like the visual version of listening to your own voice. After not being allowed to join my sister and cousin when we were kids while they made dance routines up, I literally just got the confidence to start dancing like it didn't matter anymore within the last 6 months, then went to a gig with my boyfriend who proceeded to tell me a couple of days later, "It's so funny, you just have 2 dance moves that you use on repeat." Needless to say, I lost all confidence after that comment and would rather go to a gig and sit and drink than dance now. My body wants to move, but I'm too self-conscious to actually do it. Ruins the fun somewhat. 2 dance moves is more than a lot of people have. Myself included. Thanks guys. I might just rock my 2 dance moves then and not worry about feedback. At the end of the day, as long as you're feeling the music and letting your body do its thing, who cares, right? feel much lovelier from reading these comments. Heck yeah. If you're at a gig, then 99% of people are watching the performance or dancing themselves. Just dance away, because if you're having a good time, then who really cares if you're bad at it, unless you're flailing and hitting people. Your boyfriend is looking because he's attracted to you. By the way. Hey look, it sounds like your heart is in the right place. Just watch a couple of basic YouTube videos and grow your list from 2 moves to 4, then 8. What's he going to do now, make fun of your 8 moves? I used to feel the same. Sharing my experience: 1. Feel the beat and just nod your head for a song or two. 2. Spread the nodding feeling towards your upper body by swaying side to side. 3. Keep the movement and eventually your upper body will drag your legs, turning into a 2-step for profit. You're dancing. Yeah. Web link. If it's important to you, it means you love to dance, but it bothers you to not be able to do it in a cool way, and not embarrass yourself in front of your friends. But you should know that you can dance if you want to. You can leave your friends behind. Because your friends don't dance, and if they don't dance, well, they're no friends of mine. But is that safe? Same. I am not shy or whatever, I just can't dance. It really annoys me when people say everybody can dance in order to get me started. My moves are super awkward and I make other people uncomfortable if I tried. I did show a group of my friends once when they suggested dancing. After 2 seconds, a friend told me to stop and apologized by saying, "You are right, you really can't dance." Hey buddy, dance instructor here. Most people that look/feel awkward while dancing have one of these common issues. 1. Movement is not coordinated and or started from either the chest or legs. What this means basically is that most people start flailing their hands around while they move their bodies in a different direction. This makes you look like one of those Harlem Shake meme inflatable figurines near gas stops. To fix this, try to focus on the movement of your body and let the hands follow that direction. If you move your body down, have your hands go down. If you go up, have the hands go up. If you go to the side, have one of the arms go to that direction. The other arm usually looks better if you keep it in position. You can obviously break this rule, but from the beginning it is easier to just go by it. Use your knees more if you dance to R&B/hip-hop music. Move your chest more if the music has more Latin vibes such as reggaeton. See point 5 for more info on how to do that. 2. You don't have to smile, but try not to stare at the floor or to the side for the whole time. 3. Being offbeat. Most music has a steady pattern of how sounds are played. The easiest of these to catch is the beat. Usually if you nod into the music, you hit the beat. Now if you know that you will have to dance and have a problem with hearing the beat, try nodding your head to the beat while going to the dance floor. Then let the body or legs move with the same pattern. If the beat is too fast, hit every second one, make smaller steps, or just shift weight from one leg to another, or just jump like most people do with one hand beating the air. 4. Fully extending any of the arms without knowing what you are doing is one of the easiest way to embarrass yourself. Most people look good if their arms move between 90-degree angle and about 85% extension. That meaning if I pulled your hand, you would be able to extend more. For some reason students get it when I tell them these numbers, don't know why. 5. If you want to have a move that most people don't do, go look up body isolations. It will feel stiff at first, but after some time you will have a movement that looks amazing. The points are in a downward order of importance. You don't need to give a damn about the things below the one you are currently struggling with. Cheers and good luck. Folding a fitted sheet. Okay, so here's the move. Stick your hands in a corner, any 2 corners, bring them together, and just scotch real fast in a circular motion. Condensed ball of sheet, more than acceptable. I like the way you wrote that. Describes it perfectly. Takes a bow. Ball it up and store it in the pillowcase it goes with. This is the only correct answer. Not thinking I sound like an idiot discussing the thing I'm supposed to be an expert at. Edit. Wow, my first comment to blow up overnight. Thanks, really, for the awards and positive comments. As I mentioned below, I don't think this is really imposter syndrome so much as a lot of doubt about how I sound. Similar to how most people think the recorded voice sounds weird, I feel like my voice is not only strange sounding, but kind of oafish, for want of a better phrase. I did have a minor speech impediment when I was young, a very wet S, but this is more about the overall tone and quality of my voice. You mean you have imposter syndrome? You are an actual expert, but secretly fear that people will decide that you don't know what you are talking about? Ugh, this is the worst. I'm a effing ICU nurse and I just feel like an idiot all damn day at work. Can't effing break out of it at all. Edit. I effing hate these award ceremony type edits, but thanks everyone. Just been really depressed lately, your kind words help. Ugh, this is the worst. I'm a effing ICU nurse and I just feel like an idiot all damn day at work. Can't effing break out of it at all. Edit. I effing hate these award ceremony type edits, but thanks everyone. Just been really depressed lately, your kind words help. Does she tease you mercilessly, haha? I can roll mine, but not consistently. So when I try, it's either lovely, or you get a fart sound, woman facepalming. Oh yeah, whenever I ask her to teach me she just does it and walks away. In my language, check, there is a lot of R in there. I couldn't pronounce them either. I had to visit a speech therapist for some time to teach me how to do it. The key I found that helps most people is the realization that the rolling isn't a physical muscle action but rather the result of blowing air into your tongue and causing it to vibrate. I am Hispanic. Both my parents, my grandparents, my great-grandparents etc. are Hispanic. I grew up around Spanish people and the Spanish language. My parents spoke Spanish in the household to each other. I visit Spain all the time. I wouldn't say I'm bilingual, but I can get by. I cannot for the life of me roll my R's and I feel a sense of shame that I can't, haha. I am nearly the exact same. Word for word. Except I don't visit Spain, and am from the Latin side of the Spanish world. You have to lightly touch your palate with your tongue, then exhale quickly. This will vibrate the tongue, causing it to roll. The R sound comes from using your throat to regulate the speed of exhalation, kind of similar to gargling but on your tongue. I've tried, still sound like a dying pug. This comment made me spit out my drink. Laughing my butt off. I'm just an American who can't roll his tongue, but worst part for me was when I was living in Japan. Japanese actually has no R sound in their language. I had a Japanese friend who spoke English relentlessly taught me by rolling his R's, because he first had to learn how to make the R sound, and then learn to roll it. Pissed me off. Laughing out loud. Conversely, claims that the American accent's R sound is quite unique, as few, if any, other accents/languages have it too. The kind where the side edges of the speaker's tongue touch their upper teeth. Web link. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to be the first to know about Red Rabbit Reader's new videos. If you like our videos, please like them on YouTube and share them with your friends. We welcome your comments below. Press to start another of our videos.